Average of a group of numbers is given by, let's say we have numbers x1, x2, x3, x4 and so on up to xn. So average of these n numbers x bar is going to be given by their sum divided by n, which is the count of all these number of count of the or count of all the numbers in this group, right? So if let's say we take five numbers 1, 2, 3, 5 and 7, then their average or x bar of these five numbers is given by 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's five numbers divided by 5, right? So we get 18 divided by 5 equals 3.6, right? So average of n numbers is going to be their sum divided by n. Okay. Now let's look at certain special cases which involve how the average changes when we do something to all of these numbers. So we are going to talk about a case when, let's say, we are given this data 1, 2, 3, 5 and 7. We are given all of these points, but we add something to each of these numbers, right? So we add the same number to each data point and see how the average changes. Now essentially what we are saying is that we are changing 1 to a number 1 plus 3. We are changing 2 to a number 2 plus 3. 3 changes to 3 plus 3. 5 changes to 5 plus 3. And 7 changes to 7 plus 3, right? So now we want to find out, by doing this change, how does our average change? Now in this case, the sum total of these numbers we have found out was 18, right? And the average in this case was 18 divided by 5 equals 3.6. However, when we add a number, when we add the same number to all of these, the new sum total of these five new numbers is going to be 18 plus, now we have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 adding up to 18, and then we have 5 threes, right? So now the new total is 18 plus 5 into 3, but since the total number of numbers, right, so this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 8 and this is 10, the number of numbers still remains 5, so the new average is going to be 18 plus 5 times 3. This is the new sum divided by 5, right? Now if we split this sum up, we get 18 by 5 plus 5 into 3 by 5, and actually this 5 cancels. So what we are getting is that the new average, this is new average, so the new average is going to be equal to the old average. Notice that this is the old average plus whatever number we had added to each data point, right, plus 3. So the new average is going to be the old average plus whatever number we have added to each data point. Similarly, if we had subtracted 3 from each of these numbers, our new average would have been the old average of 3.6 minus that number which we had subtracted from all of these numbers, right? Now let's look at a case when we multiply each data point by a certain number, right? So we are now going to do a case where we are going to multiply each data point by the same number, right? So the original numbers 1, 2, 3, 5 and 7, let's say we multiply each by 3, they change to 1 times 3, 2 changes to 2 times 3, 3 times 3, 5 times 3, and 7 times 3, right? Now you notice that all of these, they add up to the original sum being 18. The new sum adds up to 18 multiplied by 3, right? Because when you add all of these, we can take 3 common and we'll get 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 inside the bracket multiplied by 3. So we get the new sum of these numbers equal to the original sum multiplied by the same number that we've multiplied each data point by, right? So the new average becomes the original average. So the new average will be 18 into 3 by 5, which is equal to the old average multiplied by the same number with which we have multiplied each data point, right? And similarly for division, let's say if we had, instead of doing 1 into 3, we had done 1 divided by 3 divided by 3 and so on, then the new average would have become 18 divided by 3 and divided by 5. So the new average would have been old average divided by 3.